Welcome back to the Solo Promoter Podcast. My name is Grant Pachoco, and you are listening to episode number 97 of the Solo Promoter Podcast. This podcast is one guy talking about tabletop pro wrestling and fighting games, including Filsinger games, Legends of Wrestling, Champions of the Galaxy, Go Fight Pow, The Squared Circle, and more. Formerly the Filsinger Games Fan Podcast. This show is not affiliated with any gaming company, but I welcome you to the show. My name is Grant Pachoco. That's right, the show is back. I told you that when I brought the show back, that the show would be here when I had something to say. And I have things to say, so here we are. I actually have some topics for the next couple episodes, so you may see a spurt here of episodes, if that's not too gross to say. Before we get going, I want to thank all the Golden Circle channel members. The Golden Circle channel members are the fine folks who get to see the behind-the-scenes recording, warts and all, of this podcast and much more over at solopromoter.com. I thank them for supporting the channel, and if you would like to become a Golden Circle channel member, just head on over to solopromoter.com and click the join button. Well, as we roll into latest news, I don't really do a lot of news things here on the podcast anymore like I used to, but teaser season has begun over at filsingergames.com. And my topic for the next show will actually be my thoughts on the upcoming releases, because we'll have kind of a little bit better idea of what the Legends set is going to be. We've already had one announcement of Tony Atlas, and we'll have a little bit better idea of what the Myth Worlds bonus pack is. I think it's pretty clear that the Myth Worlds bonus pack is going to be the cards that you need to play current Myth Worlds without having to buy all those sets. And I would like to take personal credit for making this set happen, because if I hadn't done my what cards do you need to start playing in the current game edition sets, this topic would not have come up. So to that I say, you are welcome. We're going to talk more about Filsinger games in our main topic, but look for more of that in the upcoming weeks. Also, Go Fight Pow, they are going to have their Black Friday sale coming up this Friday, and that's when the Filsinger Games pre-orders start, but there's always super fun stuff for Black Friday on Go Fight Pow's website, and you can check that out. I have links to it in the show notes for this episode, but Go Fight Pow, they always do a great job of setting up what their Black Friday releases are going to be, and the other thing I love is that Eric from Go Fight Pow said everything that is available on Black Friday will mail the next Monday or Tuesday after Black Friday. So you're not pre-ordering, you are ordering. And I love that they do that, and that just means that we are going to get our stuff in early December for Go Fight Pow. Also, if you are looking to get into The Squared Circle, the game by St. Patrick, I'll have a link for that as well as in the show notes. Lulu, which is the company that provides the books for Squared Circle and all the Squared Circle books, they are having a site-wide sale, and St. Patrick is discounting the actual physical books from on Lulu this weekend. So I'll have a link to St. Patrick and Squared Circle. The Black Friday sale starts on Friday, obviously, and I think it goes through Monday. But if you were looking to pick up those physical copies of the books, this would be the way to do it. I have not picked up any of the physical copies. Oh, is that true? Did I get one? I don't think so. I think I did PDFs only of the book, but I may use this sale to pick up the core rule book and maybe one or two of the others. I don't feel I need all of them. I've really been loving the Mid-South book. So maybe I'll pick up the core rule book, the WWF book, and then the Mid-South book. But we shall see. I'll report back in the next episode. Well, going to what's going on around the galaxy, my Outlaw Championship Wrestling Fed just released a new episode this past weekend. And if you are a Golden Circle channel member, you got to see a title defense of the NWA title. Dory Funk put the title on the line against the Sheik. No spoilers for what happened, but if you want to become a Golden Circle channel member, you can check that out, and you can see the results there. We also had live streams last week of Hollywood Elite Wrestling, and we had some fun matches, so you can check that out at solopromoter.com. And I am super eager to get back to Champions of the Galaxy. I've kind of taken, just with the job I had, and I shot a short film, and then I had some shows. I haven't had a lot of time to play on the tabletop, but I'm hoping to correct that injustice even later today and get back to more Champions of the Galaxy. I want to play a few more cards before the bonus pack comes out. So my goal is to maybe play 5, maybe 10 cards before we get that bonus pack, which I kind of see as the middle of the year, even though we're not doing years and all that kind of good stuff. But that's what I'm hoping to do, and hopefully in the next few weeks I'll be able to do that. Well, it's time for the main topic of the show. And the main topic is the top 5 things I would like to see from Filsinger Games in 2025. Now, here's what I'm going to say from the outset. These are my opinions, and they are only opinions. As I'm talking, I may talk as if I'm stating them as facts, but they are not facts. I'm saying that right at the top. They are my opinions. Okay, so as we go through this, just know that these are my opinions, and you probably will disagree with my opinions, and you should disagree with my opinions. These are only my opinions of the top 5 things I would like to see from Filsinger Games in 2025. Number 5, an official game mat. I would love to see an official Filsinger Games branded, however they want to do it, game mat, but an official one. Now, let me tell you, there are a lot of excellent game mats out there, and many of them are designed by yours truly. And in fact, if you want to go see my designs, they are available for free at promotertoolbox.com. There will be a link to that in the show notes. And there's lots of fun game mats that I've seen different people design. But I would love to see an official Filsinger Games game mat. It seems that lots of other game companies out there have official game mats, and I think it's time for Filsinger Games to release an official one. So that is my number 5 what thing I would like to see from Filsinger Games, an official game mat. And I will tell you that even though I have several game mats that I use that are beautifully designed by myself, I would pick up an official Filsinger Games game mat in a heartbeat. Number 4, this Myth Worlds bonus pack really has me excited to jump back into my Champions of the Galaxy Fed. Again, it was just time that made it. I haven't been able to play, but this first weekend was the first weekend in about 20 weeks where I've had time to myself, and that was spent catching up on a lot of stuff, and I'm looking forward to getting back to Champions of the Galaxy. And this Myth World bonus pack really has me chomping at the bit to play those cards, as I said earlier in the episode. I would love it if these bonus packs for the main Champions of the Galaxy timeline became a regular thing. Now, I know that back in the old days, we used to have 2 Champions of the Galaxy sets a year. And that's not what I'm asking for. That's not what I'm hoping for. What I'm hoping for is that we get the main set in June or July, and then in the holiday season, we get it could even be a 4-pack, a 6-pack, whatever, of little updates and tweaks that help further the story along. And I think that would just be really, really amazing. I think that would also free up Champions of the Galaxy Promoter Prime to bring back some of the other products like Kronos or FTR. I know people are very big fans of those. I love seeing main timeline Champions of the Galaxy in Promoter Prime. It's one of my favorite things. But I also love the idea of this bonus pack that hits kind of in the midway point of the year and allows you to kind of further storylines and allows cards to be updated. So I would love to see that continue. That is my number 4 wish for 2025, is that the idea of main timeline bonus packs for Champions of the Galaxy continues. Number 3. My number 3 thing that I would love to see from Filsinger Games in 2025 is a complete overhaul of COTG Online. I know. I've talked about this forever. I know there's hurdles. I know it's a pipe dream, but I really want to see that complete refresh of COTG Online happen. I want to see the updated charts. I want to see the ability to use different charts. I want to see a simulator that takes into account all card mechanics. I would just love a way to play Filsinger Games and have the full Filsinger Games experience, top to bottom, from any browser in the world. Now, it would be great if Filsinger Games could have made a deal with Carlzilla to make FG Assistant official, but it seems like that ship has sailed, at least for the time being. I mean, maybe Filsinger Games can release their game editions as card pack, but I think card packs for Filsinger Games, but I think that is off the table as well. So, Filsinger Games needs to devote the time and resources to making COTG Online what it can be. Online players love the portability of playing online, whether waiting in line at the grocery store or while on an airplane. I love playing COTG Online on an airplane because once you load the game table page, you can pretty much just roll things out even with airplane Wi-Fi, and it works really well. But an updated system that made things move even quicker and even faster, and trust me, I know Filsinger Games is not going to make COTG Online optimized for air travel just for me, but the website is a little outdated. And the game system, the way it works, is a little outdated. And I would love to see the time and resources devoted to it to make it what it could be. So for 2025, my number 3 thing is I would love to see Filsinger Games give COTG Online a massive overhaul. I don't think it's going to happen. But again, these are opinions, these are dreams, this is my wish list. That's what I should have said at the top. This is my wish list for 2025. That'll be the name of the episode. Number two, I would love to see Galacticon in a major city that's easy to get to. Now, I get it. I haven't been to a Galacticon in a long time, and my first Galacticon back was Jamestown, and I had nothing but headaches. Getting to and from Jamestown, I spent more money than I should have because of the headaches getting there. So, and I think this is a wish that will come true. I would like to see Galacticon in a major city that is easy to get to and from. For that you don't have to fly into one airport and then drive forever to get to another airport, etc., etc., etc. So that is my wish. Now, bonus points if it was on the West Coast. I know that's never going to happen. I get it. I understand. But bonus points if it's on the West Coast. But even if it's just in a major city that has a major airport that we can fly in and out of and then maybe drive 30 minutes max to get to, even though I would love it if it was 20 minutes. But, if you're in a big city, it may take time to get somewhere. But anyway, that's what I would love to see for Galacticon in 2025. My wish is for it to be in a big city, and also if it could be not the week before July 4th weekend, that would be awesome too, because I think that just ramps up the travel issues. But other than that, that is what I would like to see for 2025. And number 1, here we go. This is the one that's going to get that's going to be that's going to be sticky, we will say. Number one, I would love to see Filsinger Games take a few pages out of Play Games' book in terms of how they promote things. Now, I understand that Filsinger Games and Play Games are two different companies, and they offer completely different products. I get it. I understand it. But I think that there are some things that Play Games does that Filsinger Games could borrow or take and help promote Filsinger Games even more and help promote community excitement and fan and promoter excitement a little bit more. Now, again, this is all opinions. I'm not even like a huge Play Games consumer. I do have Face to the Mat. I do play it occasionally. I don't think it's necessarily the greatest wrestling game, but because I keep tabs on Play Games, I see the things that they do, and I see the excitement that the things they do instills in their fan base. And I'm always like, man, I wish Filsinger Games could do that thing. So here's a few of the things I think that they could borrow. Even if they borrow just one of these things, I think it would be great. Play Games hosts regular YouTube live streams where they showcase their games and they interact with fans. Now, these aren't every week. They're maybe once or twice a quarter, but fans get so excited to see game demos, new product announcements, and more. We are in the middle of teaser season. Could you imagine if on Black Friday, Tom or Mike or Todd or whoever it is said, we're going to have a live stream where we're going to announce all the new products that are coming, and then the pre-orders will go on sale. That would garner excitement, and people would line up to see those things. Now, I'm recording this on November 26th. It's the Tuesday of Thanksgiving week. So I know that this isn't going to happen for this week, and that's why I'm saying it's on my wish list for 2025. But Play Games is having an event tonight, a live stream tonight, and I have seen so many posts on social media of like, I can't wait to watch this live stream. I can't wait to see what the products are. I can't wait to hear about the Black Friday deals. And I think Filsinger Games could do that. Now, these are different from the Zoom events that Filsinger Games hosts, and the Zoom events are amazing, like the holiday kickoff, the perennial. I love those Zoom events, and I do not want to see those Zoom events to go away. This is a different thing because this is more of a one-way street. It's Filsinger Games making the announcements to the fans. Yes, the fans can be in the chat, and Filsinger Games can choose whether or not to interact with the fans during the live stream. That's fine. But I think if they set up a thing that was like, and you could even pre-record this. I know I'm jumping around. I just get so excited about it. These announcements could be pre-recorded and then set up to post at a certain time. And I just think it would be a great way to get that excitement going with the Filsinger Games fans. So that's the first thing. Second thing, website freebies. Play Games does a great job with giving away game components for free on their website. Now, my example of how this would work for Filsinger Games is the other day in the Discord, there's a link to the Filsinger Games fan Discord in the show notes for this episode. But the other day, somebody asked, where do I go on Filsinger Games' website to buy the PDF download of the tally sheet, the official tally sheet for Filsinger Games? And I kind of replied, I go, I don't think there is a PDF of the official tally sheet available. But this clicked in my head that there should be. There should be a PDF of the free tally sheet. Now, on the Filsinger Games website, if you click around, you can find the game charts to download. But what I'm talking, and that's great. That's a great start. But what I'm talking about is expanding it a little bit more to give people a reason to go to the website. So if you say like, hey, you can download these free these free tally sheets at the website, you can find them in the store and you just click on them. You can add them to your cart and they're free. This is what Play Games does. They have free things in their store, But when you're adding these free things to the store, are there going to be people who just download the free thing and then don't buy anything? Of course. But you get people going to the store and looking at all the products that you have available. So I think offering free things like this would be a great way to get people to visit the website. I think that this would be, no pun intended, a great venue for venue cards. I know venue cards landed with a giant thud. People hated the venue cards. I don't really get it. But they were little things that added an experience. They added flavor to your game fed. So if Filsinger Games had some venue cards that were available for free PDF download, I'm not talking about physical copies. I'm talking about free game charts, free. We've listened on Uncharted Territory about the Club Galactica report and that people were creating matches and putting out matches. When Wahoo McDaniel's card was announced, and it talks about him being in a strap match, we never got the strap match. The strap match is not in Ringside Companion Volume 1. Now, I figure the strap match is in Ringside Companion Volume 2. But what if you gave away just a simple PDF download, one sheet that had the match rules for the strap match, and you gave it as a freebie, a free download when that set came out? This is just the ideas. These are just the ideas that I have that I'm throwing out. Again, they're opinions. I'm stating them as fact, but they are still opinions. I would love to see more freebies. St. Patrick from Squared Circle, he's got a big batch of freebie stuff that when you get the game, you can write to him and say, hey, can you send me this, I forget what he calls it. He calls it like a bonus pack or something like that. And then he sends you all these free PDFs that enhance the game. I would love to see Filsinger Games embrace this. And again, if you added free things to the store, that's getting people to go to the store, and they may buy other things as well. Freebies enhance the game and encourage people to buy more. Black Friday sales. Or just regular sales. If you know anything about Play Games fandom, people salivate for their Black Friday deals. People, there was a big controversy last year because things sold out quickly. So I think Filsinger Games should look at how Black Friday is done. Again, not for this Black Friday, not for the Black Friday that's coming up just a few days from now. This is for 2025. Look at how Play Games does these things. They offer deep discounts on certain products, and the products change throughout the day. Now, does that take time? Yes. Does that take energy and know-how to do? Yes, it does. But it spurs the sales, and things sell out. It keeps people very excited and focused on Play's website on Black Friday and spending more money than they probably would have. If they're looking at the thing and they're like, well, I'm not really a Ring of Honor player, but this Ring of Honor set is now, 20% off or whatever. Maybe I'll pick it up. I don't know. We always hear how Filsinger Games is a small company with limited people working there and limited resources. Play is a small company. Only 2 people run Play. St. Patrick is running his Squared Circle game solo. It can be done by a small company. These things can be done by a small company. And even taking one of these things and doing one of these steps and doing it regularly. You can't just do it once and go, well, that didn't work. These Play Games deals, the YouTube videos, the website freebies, they're always putting website freebies on their site. The Black Friday sales, they do this every year. You can't just do it once. What I'm saying is I would love to see Filsinger Games start to embrace this stuff, and then it will make promoters more excited about the company, and it'll excite the community, and that will bring in new fans. The excitement, I'm excited for Play Games' Black Friday deals, and I will probably not order anything But the excitement of what might be available and what's going to be on sale, that gets me excited. And they might get a purchase out of me if I see something I really like. So that is my number one thing, is that Filsinger Games will take a few pages out of Play Games' playbook and implement them as their own promotional model. That is my wish list for 2025, ladies and gentlemen. I would love to hear your wish list. You can comment down below, or you can send me an email, or you can comment on the thread on the Filsinger Games invite. You can comment over on the Discord. I'll have a Discord invite in the show notes below. But I have rambled long enough. That's going to do it for this episode of the Filsinger Games. No, not the Filsinger Games Fan Podcast, the Solo Promoter Podcast. If you have a topic you'd like the show to cover, leave it in the comments. Make sure to subscribe or follow wherever you're listening to this. Check out my personal feds at gwfpromoter.com and lowpromoter.com. I will also drop a link for my new squared circle sort of fed that I'm playing over on the Delphi forums. So I'll put that link in the show notes going forward. The theme song is American Guy by Throwing Toasters, used by permission and available on Apple Music, Spotify, and anywhere you get your music. This podcast is not affiliated with any game company or their subsidiaries. It's purely for entertainment purposes. This episode is copyright 2024 Saturday Morning Media. Grandpa Choco, executive producer. All rights reserved. www.saturdaymorningmedia.com.